So, since Star Trek Into Darkness is coming out in about 2 weeks, I've decided to purchase the film Star Trek. Let's get into the review. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I even get into the review, as you can see, this thing, Star Trek film, it's a DVD. When I went to go get this thing, I wasn't going to go searching all over for it. I got it like maybe a month ago. I went to the Walmart. They didn't have the Blu-ray of this there. I asked, they didn't have the Blu-ray, they only had the DVD. And I was curious to watch it, because I heard that J.J. Abrams was directing Star Wars Episode 7, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go get the Star Trek movie. They didn't have it on Blu-ray, so I got the DVD. The quality is it's not as good as it can be, so I am going to get the Blu-ray of this soon, hopefully. So now let's get into the review. Star Trek is directed by J.J. Abrams. You know, you've got Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Eric Bana, John Cho, Ben Cross, Bruce Greenwood, Simon Pegg. You got all these actors in this film. I just reading them off the back. I didn't memorize. The only guy I knew was this guy. What the hell is his name? Chris Pine. And it's fun, smart, sexy, sleek, and action-packed. I'll read the back, give you a good synopsis. The future begins in J.J. Abrams' smash hit Star Trek when the Romulan Nero comes from the future to take revenge on the Federation. Rivals Kirk and Spock must work together to stop him from destroying everything they know. On a thrilling journey filled with incredible action, the new recruits of the USS Enterprise will voyage through unimaginable danger in one of the biggest and most critically acclaimed movies of 2009. When I saw this film, I put it in. I'm thinking to myself, I don't like Star Trek. I'm going to watch it. J.J. Abrams has officially made me like Star Trek. He just made me like it. I didn't go watch the television series. I didn't go and watch the other movies or whatever there is. I watched this, and I was captivated by it. I really enjoy the Star Trek film. I mean, towards the middle of the film, the second act, after a big confrontation happens and stuff happens, this guy, he ends up in like Chris Pine here, Captain Kirk. Jim, is that his name? Jim? He ends up in like this, it's almost like Hoth from Star Wars. There's a lot of snow, and for the next 20 minutes after that scene happens, I enjoyed the entertainment. I was kind of bored by it just in that scene. Before and after that whole, 30-40 minutes of that film happened, I really enjoyed it. The score by Michael Giacchino, that's another thing I'd like to talk about. The score in this film is really good. It's not anything that I'm going to buy on a CD or off the internet. I am going to hope to God that Michael Giacchino does not compose Star Wars Episode 7. I know he's composing Star Trek Into Darkness. I hope to God John Williams returns, which apparently he says he will. If you watch my video on that, please do. John Williams says he'd like to. J.J. Abrams says he'd like John Williams to be back. I think John Williams will be composing Star Wars Episode 7, but we're not talking about Star Wars here. We're talking about Star Trek. This movie. The picture, the special effects, the sound effects in this film, really good. I didn't hear it to its full extent, obviously, because I don't have it on Blu-ray, but the thing is great. J.J. Abrams' directing style, I really enjoyed it. I never saw any of his other films. I only saw this, and I enjoyed the crap out of it. In all honesty, I recommend Star Trek to anyone, because I did not like Star Trek. After I watched this, I enjoyed the crap out of it. So I recommend it to everyone. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Comment below and tell me what you think of the 2009 J.J. Abrams film Star Trek. And that can't be good. A lot of ambulance out there, but whatever. So Yeah, the acting is great. The whole piece is pretty good. It's a little boring at times, like I said, but the whole thing really entertaining. I'm giving Star Trek a 4.4 out of 5 stars. 4.4 out of 5 stars. Uh, it's not a perfect movie. When Star Trek Into Darkness comes out, hopefully it'll be just as good, maybe even better than this one. And I'll obviously be reviewing that too. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this review of Star Trek. Over and out.